Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Basically, that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, tribe? Happy Sunday afternoon. Make sure you are getting your Black Girl vitamins using discount code ReallyBTV. As you guys know, 20% off your first order. They have a little bit of everything. They just released, and I'm going to do a little something on it. PCOS. Anybody who have PCOS, they just released a new gummy for that. I know a lot of women deal with that. And it literally sold out the same day. But again, if you suffer from PCOS, check out their website, read up on their new gummy. That's their newest product. And let me know what you guys think. All right. All right. Let's get into the things. As soon as I can take this picture down. All right, here we go. Hey. Hi. How you guys doing? What's up? Hey. I just once again want to thank my tribe member that got me that Slytherin blanket. Because when I tell you me, that couch and that Slytherin blanket have been friends this week. When I tell you, baby, we've been friends this week. Okay. All right. You have them, Terica? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling a lot better. I went and got me some food. I actually had an appetite. So I went and got some food. And I actually ate. And I ate most of it. I didn't eat everything. But I went and I got some, this is some lobster bisque. It was so rich, so good. And I got a steak. So I ate the steak. I ate some of the, I didn't eat all of the bisque. I still have some left. So I'll have that if I get hungry a little bit later on. But I feel I actually have some energy, but I'm not going to overdo it. When I get off of here, I'm going to probably chill for a little while and then probably go to bed. I'm probably not going to do my Real Housewives of Potomac live tonight because it's my week to host the Whether You Like It or Not panel. So I'll probably just do it tomorrow rather than doing doing it tonight and tomorrow. I'll just do it tomorrow. So after I do this live, I'm going to maybe stay up for about an hour, maybe another 2 hours, and then lay down and go to bed. Like I said, I have my tablet that, but I haven't even been watching anything on my tablet. So yeah, so I have to start packing. I haven't had the energy, but I have a little bit of energy. So I'm going to take my suitcase and I kind of know what I want to take. So I'm just going to throw that stuff in there. I'm just going, like, I'm not going out of the country or nothing. So worst case scenario, if I get where I'm going and I forgot to pack something, I can go to the CVS. If I need to run to the mall, I'm sure I can run to the mall. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to stress myself out. I'm going to put some clothes, my toiletry bag in my suitcase. I'm going to make sure I have enough outfits for 3 or 4 days. I'm going to make sure I have, what I need. And if I need something when I get there, I'm just not going to stress myself about it. Yeah, make sure I charge up all my stuff and pack my carry-on bag. My biggest stress has been trying to figure out what to do about this getting back and forth to the airport. Okay, so I was diagnosed with the vid I asked the doctor if I would be okay to travel on Tuesday. She said I would be. She said I'm past the point of infecting anybody. She said at this point it's just dealing with just dealing with being sick. She said you're fine to get on the plane. So I asked her. She said I'm fine to get on the plane. She was like, you've been sick since I've been sick since last Monday. So when I went to urgent care on Thursday, she was like, how long you say you've been feeling sick? I said, I've been feeling sick since Monday. She was like, yeah. I said, well, and I asked her, I said, well, I'm going to travel on Tuesday. She said, you'll be fine. So yeah. I wouldn't, if I felt like I would definitely not do that. I wouldn't put anybody in danger. Hey, DeMarcus. Hey. So, like I said, we ain't gonna be here too long, but I had to come down and let y'all see my face, honey, because I don't think I've been on camera most of the weekend. Well, until today. All right, so I don't even know where I want to start. Hold on, let me look at my list. We'll do Politricks last because we'll do Politricks last. And most of what I have to talk about is sort of politics. I did get my hair done. I had to get my hair done. Baby, do y'all know what my hair was looking like after laying in the bed for 3 days? I had to get my hair done for this trip. If I wasn't going out of town, I wouldn't have worried about it, but I did. I went and got my hair done. I got up, I got my hair done yesterday morning, and I got back in the bed. Girl. Okay. I wanted to get that hairdo again, but I didn't want to risk my hair still being wet. Okay, can we please not talk about planes crashing when I'm literally getting ready to get on a plane in 2 days? I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to come and talk on Friday. I just didn't have the energy, child. But we'll start there. Jay-Z, congratulations to Jay-Z. The lawsuit was dropped without prejudice, meaning that they're not going to file it again. The letter that Jay-Z posted was very much, you thought you was going to get me, but you never play when you never win when you play dirty kind of thing. Thank you, Katrina. Yes, they be going. Listen, all I can do is all I can do, but I don't need to be reminded about all of the different things going on with planes. I don't appreciate it. I am. Thank you, Corey. I am. So, from my understanding, from what Pam was saying, y'all stop. I need y'all to listen. I need y'all to let it go that there was a settlement. There was no settlement. There absolutely was no settlement. Okay. The lawsuit was dropped, and I'm pretty certain that the lawsuit was dropped because it was a bad case. And the more and more information we learned, the worse and worse the case sounded. The fact that Busby admitted that he never even interviewed the victim, again, I don't understand. I ain't nobody's lawyer. I ain't been to nobody's law school, but that just can't be a good look. That just can't be a good look that you didn't even. I don't have the energy for this. All right. I don't have the look, y'all, I ain't got the energy for it. Okay. All I asked was for y'all to not discuss it. That's all I asked. I didn't say that I didn't know that there were issues with planes. What I said was, can we not discuss it when I literally have to get on a plane in 2 days? That is what I said. So if that's too much for you to ask, then you just got to go. I don't have the energy for it. I just don't. So you can go and talk about planes wherever the fuck else you want to go and talk about planes, but not here. Thank you. That's it. Moving right along. I don't even know who you are. Moving right along. So, so Jay-Z, anyway, so the case was thrown out. And again, y'all, there's nothing that indicates that there was any sort of payoff, right? And as a matter of fact, Jay-Z's attorney said there was no payoff. So I think it was just a bad case. I think that Busby is trying to... I think there are a lot of people making a lot of accusations, and I think Busby is just trying to get all of the cases, and it is what it is. Yeah. So, and Diddy was dropped as well because I mean, hello. So but the thing with I guess the reason why nobody's really making a big deal about the Diddy thing is because he still got 5,772 other lawsuits against him. So this one lawsuit being dropped really is not affecting him right now at this point. However, with Jay-Z, that was the only lawsuit. So it was a big deal. And, listen, I'm all here for believing the victims and all of that. But I also feel like people should defend themselves. I feel how I feel about Jay-Z and the potential of what Jay-Z did or did not do. But he has a right to fight back. And he's a billionaire. So he has the money, the resources, and the time. You know what I mean? So he has a right to fight back. And people can believe what they want to believe, and that's fine. That's what this world is all about. And that doesn't necessarily even mean that this girl was lying. That just means it was a bad case. Just the facts surrounding it was and the reality is a lot of these cases are not going to be great cases because it really does come down to he said, she said. A lot of these cases happened a long time ago, and so yeah. If there was a payoff, that would have been reflected in the courts. Jay-Z wasn't going to play under the table, over the table with the payment of any kind. Well, what Pam was saying was, and it made sense when Pam said it. What Pam was saying was, if there was a settlement, a lot of times people don't talk about the settlement. Like that's usually part of the settlement is that you don't discuss the settlement. But there's certain things you can't say either. So, for example, when Jay-Z was like, when his statement was so, he called Busby, a 1-800 lawyer. And, like it was real, the way his statement was very defiant and very much. And Pam was like, if there was a settlement, like those types of things he wouldn't be able to say. Like the way, and then his attorney came right out and said there was no settlement. Like they wouldn't be able to say there was no settlement if there was a settlement. Now, generally they don't talk about money, but like in the Cassie case, we knew there was a settlement. We to this day, we don't know how much. I mean, people have thrown numbers out, people have speculated, but we don't know how much Cassie got. We don't know. We know what her lawyer asked for before filing the lawsuit, but we do not know what she settled for. But we know there was a settlement because they made the announcement. You see what I'm saying? So had Jay-Z settled that case, it would be a very different tone from all the lawyers. Also, Busby ain't said nothing. If there was a settlement, you think Busby would be allowing Jay-Z and his attorney to be dogging him the way they dogging him and he not have a rebuttal? If they actually did make a settlement, I think not. I think they absolutely would be like, oh, whoa. I think Busby would have had a whole press conference. Like, wait a minute, you called me a what? You said there was no settlement. Oh, excuse me. Like, I think there would be, hey, Cajun Boo, I think there would be a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, look, I know what a lot of people want to, they made up their mind that Jay-Z was guilty and they don't want to let it go. But DeMarcus, why do you do that? Why do you come in here and be asking me these crazy questions that don't have nothing to do with what I'm talking about? I don't know who those people are. I know who Columbus Short is, but I don't know who that other person is. And what does that have to do with Jay-Z? I love you, DeMarcus, but you be throwing me off when you do that sometimes. Katrina said his roly-poly ass escaped this one, but his ass ain't innocent. Just this case was just weak. And again, you have a right to feel that way because listen, some people know things, allegedly know things about Jay-Z, or some people just feel how they feel. You know what I mean? Some people just feel how they feel. So everybody has a right to their opinion. Some people have, listen, and that may very well be the case too. That may very well be the case too. So, all right. What's up, cuz? What's up? Okay. Eric Adams got a Valentine's Day gift. They've officially dropped the charges against him. We know that it was a whole situation where people resigned rather than drop the charges. They said it was a whole quid pro quo situation. It was an unethical situation. But at the end of the day, Eric Adams got what he wanted. He kissed the ring and he got those charges dropped. But it sounded like they would get ready to file superseding indictment and add more charges. So, I mean, I ain't saying that means that he was guilty. I'm just saying that means that they were sure about to add a whole bunch more to it, Cassie probably got more after things became public. Remember yesterday's prices on today's prices, plus Diddy didn't want the extra embarrassment, record time settlement. Oh, I absolutely believe that Cassie got probably 3 times what she was asking for. That's why I said people really don't know what she settled for, because all we know is what they asked for in the original letter. And I think, what was it, 60,000? I mean, Lord, not 60,000. Something like 60 million was like what they were asking for before they filed the lawsuit. So yeah, I'm pretty certain that once the lawsuit was filed and they settled in less than 24 hours, I am sure that she got probably double, if not triple, what she originally asked for. So yeah, he absolutely is owned by, President Dumpy Pants at this point. So yeah, he got bigger problems, child. He got bigger problems. Because Casey didn't put a number. Diddy's attorney said Casey came asking. Right, Casey. Listen, I mean, Cassie ain't said nothing. We ain't heard from Cassie. You know what I mean? So Cassie ain't said nothing. Now we might hear from Cassie once this trial starts, because we know that Cassie is victim number 1 in Diddy's trial and Diddy's Diddy's charges. What's up, Star? We know that she's victim number 1. So we may hear from Cassie for the very first time if this case goes to trial and she testifies. That might be the first time we hear Cassie tell her story herself. So that'll be very interesting. I'm not convinced that Diddy's charges ain't going to go away. If you want to know the truth of the matter, his lawyers come up with enough money. I'm not convinced that his charges ain't going to go away. So we know his trial is supposed to start in May. So we'll see. We will see. Didn't the people say they wanted the government to fire him? It's a lot going on with Eric Adams, the people of New York. Not through him. Well, yeah, he's up for re-election. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if they find somebody to run against him to beat him. I know some people up in New York that, from what I hear, they ain't happy with him. So we'll see. But I mean, that doesn't mean anything either. that has no bearing on him getting reelected. I promise you. I promise you. Okay. TD Jakes also filed his response on Friday to Youngblood's anti-slap. Can I just say something? And y'all, part of it is because I really have been sick and I just ain't felt like it. Baby, that response was 500 pages long. I ain't read it. I did not. I didn't read it. But from what I read some of it, but I didn't read 500 pages. From what I've been able, what I've been able to gather is basically TD Jakes spent the majority of that response trying to discredit Youngblood and all of Youngblood's witnesses. Of course, he cited Youngblood's criminal history, which we already knew about. He cited that one of Youngblood's assistants, witnesses also had a criminal record. He talked about his brother having all these divorces and, different issues with his ex-wives and things of that nature. They did finally let us see this so-called extortion letter. And y'all, can I say something? And I don't really want to offend nobody when I say what I'm about to say, but it's going to probably offend somebody. I need people to understand the difference between an extortion letter and standard operating procedure when it comes to filing a civil case. The letter really is not that bad. And what Pam said was that her letter that she sends out is actually longer than the letter that Youngblood's attorney sent TD Jakes. I think the monetary amount is what probably was the alarm, but he even explained how he came up with that number. He said he looks at cases in the jurisdiction, he makes an average, and then he asks for that amount. But when you file a civil lawsuit, the only remedy is money. So generally speaking, when somebody is getting ready to file a lawsuit, they send you an intent to sue letter saying, hey, we're going to sue you for XYZ amount of money unless we can come to some sort of mutual agreement. That's not extortion. And I know that that's like a buzzword that gets people excited. And if you don't, if you like TD Jakes and you think Youngblood is just, somebody that's out to get some, some free money, it's a nice buzzword to put out there. But it's really not extortion. You know what I'm saying? It's really not extortion. But at this point, y'all, I just see both of these lawsuits as a road to nowhere. I really don't feel like I don't know. I don't think that there's a smoking gun on either side. It's, after listening to Pam talk about it and, I read a little bit myself. There's no smoking gun here. There's just no. So TD Jakes, you're upset because Youngblood did this interview on Larry Reed. I really think your issue is with Larry Reed. I really think you were overlooking Youngblood from the point of view of that's not who you was really after. I think you were really, really, really after Youngblood. Larry Reed. And I can understand you having an issue with Larry Reed, right? I could get it, but I really don't think that. I just think that because I think in your mind, Youngblood is a horrible. I think you thought he was easy pickings because of his criminal history. I don't know if you anticipated him fighting back. I don't know if you anticipated him hitting you with an anti-slap. So now what we're doing is just going back and forth like a tennis match. And I just don't feel like either lawsuit is making any traction. But we'll see. Pam said the next step is actual oral arguments. So if neither one of them drops the case, the next step is they'll actually be in court arguing. And it'll be interesting to see if anybody bothers to show up and make an announcement or anything like that. Not make an announcement, report on it. It'll be in Pittsburgh. So we'll see. But that's just kind of where that is. Yeah. I just, I'm not excited one way or the other because Youngblood said that he was going to have all of this, all this damning evidence and proof. And we didn't see that when he filed his response. And, I thought TD Jakes would give me something, but all he did was tell us what we already knew. I don't know. But I'll keep y'all posted. I'll keep y'all posted, Okay. Child, these nails are raggedy. These are the same raggedy nails I need to get them done, but that's probably not going to happen before I go on this trip. But I do need to get my nails done. But yeah, that's probably not going to happen. because I was thinking about going to get my nails done tomorrow, but nah, I'm gonna just chill, relax, pack, and all that good stuff. All right. All he pointed to was articles on Diddy with Jakes in them, and Jakes ain't hit back hard enough. It's a mess, and I was over it from the start. Yeah, I mean, it's just so. This is a work trip, Cajun. Okay, a work trip. All right, that I was really excited about going to, but I guess because I've been sick, I'm like, you know. All right. Now, for the latest update, let me let y'all listen to this. Hold on, this is my mama. She checking on me. Hold on. Hey, sorry about that, y'all. Okay. So in the latest update, of this mess with Tubaba. Let me see. Let me make sure who sent it to me. With Annie and Tubaba from Young, Rich, and African. Hold on. Who sent it to me? Here it is right here. Now remember, we talked about this last week. Drink plenty of water, ginger ale, soup, and orange juice. We need you at full strength. Oh, thank you. We know that Tubaba left Annie. Annie allegedly is in rehab. Tubaba is now with this new woman who is a part of I think the legislature over there. And his family is accusing her of kidnapping him. They said that they can't get him on the phone. When they call him, she answers. So now this video, this video surfaced of him proposing to her. Allegedly, she's pregnant. It's a whole mess. Well, his mama put out a video asking for the people of Nigeria to pray for her and her family. Let me let y'all hear what his mama had to say. Okay.
Good evening, Nigerians. My name is Mrs. Rose Idibia. This message is for Miss Natasha Osauru of Edo State. I'm calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help me beg her to release or to free my son. My son is going through a divorce process and he's clearly not in his right senses. I know my son. This is not him. Please Natasha, the bead you put on his hand and on his neck, remove them and free him. Good evening, Nigeria.
Y'all, this it's not funny, but it's funny. She said, I'm reaching all the mothers. Please pray for me, my son, and my family. She said, I know my son. This is not him. Did you know your son when he was having all of them children outside of his marriage to Annie? Did you know him then? Right. All the Nigerian mothers unite. She is accusing Natasha of witchcraft. Yes, she absolutely is. Y'all, this is a whole situation. I'll keep y'all updated. See, I just started following this lady. That's where she keep posting it. Let me tell y'all, I just started following her. And like I told y'all, she like the African Tasha K. So she be posting this stuff. And people been sending it to me. In case I missed it myself. Okay. It sounds like him to me from what I know. Right. It sounds pretty accurate to me, but I mean, y'all know how these mamas are about their sons. Y'all know how these mamas are about their boys, child. She said, this is not my son. Last year on Potomac, they made it seem like witchcraft was so taboo. Seems like they call anyone a witch. No, I disagree. What they were saying, they weren't saying the witchcraft part was taboo. What they were saying is what NECA was accusing Wendy's family of being was very taboo. Not the practice of witchcraft, no. But what they were saying, basically they were accusing her family of being like banished. I'm oversimplifying it. And what Wendy was saying was that's a very serious accusation to make. That is very serious. Almost as if they've been excommunicated from the tribe. That's what they were saying. Not so much the witchcraft part of it. But NECA accusing her mother of being of practicing some sort of witchcraft. It is offensive if you're a Christian. If you're a Christian and somebody accuses you of practicing witchcraft, it's very offensive. Yeah, I mean, Tubaba probably, because they're probably Team Annie, honestly. They're probably Team Annie. They may be even telling Annie stuff or taking stuff back to Annie or whatever. And plus, y'all know how people are when it comes to that new love. Hey, Don Boo. Y'all know how people act when they find a new person. You know, they all in love and everything. Sure, y'all know how that go. Y'all know how it is. Whew. All right. I think that was all I had before we get into this Politricks. Okay. Okay. Let's get into this Politricks, child. Andy said the family was helping him with his affairs. What's different about Natasha? I don't know. I don't know what's different about Natasha, but it definitely seems like it's something going on. I don't know. But this is I guess it's not. I don't know. It's definitely messy though. It is definitely messy. Well, the president of Mexico has decided that she is done playing games with President Dumpy Pants. And what she said was, the days of y'all frolicking carefree into her country are over. She said that the United States wants to make Mexican citizens jump through hoops, get visas, background checks, have to go through all of these hoops to come into the country, even just for vacation. Guess what? You're going to have to do the same thing. So now they've changed the policy going into Mexico. You're going to have to get a visa going into the country of Mexico now. All them days of you just showing up at the border with your passport or even a birth certificate and getting across the border and going to Tulum and Cancun and Mexico City and all them things that we used to doing. Guess what? Those days are over. And Canada is going to probably do the same thing. Now, let's be clear. There are other countries that require U.S. citizens to get visas. When I went to Kenya, I had to get a visa. I had to go to the Kenyan embassy, and I had to take them my passport. And there was a whole process that we had to go through to be able to get into the country of Kenya. I think in Europe now, they've just put up something in place for U.S. citizens going into Europe. So this isn't unheard of. It's just a new policy. But because Mexico was right down the road, a lot of people, it was really easy to just jump in and out, in and out, in and out. And, the president of Mexico was like, yeah, not anymore. Not so much. And I can't even say I'm mad at her. My cousin was planning her 50th in, where were we going? I think were we going to Cancun? We were going somewhere in Mexico, but I don't know. I got to talk to her and be like, so are you rethinking that now? Because and it's not impossible, but you just got to, I don't know what I don't know how long that process is now. Right. Where Ted Cruz going to go the next time they got an ice storm? Child. Ooh, people were able to get their meds cheap going to Mexico. Ooh. Well, there's that. Now, for my 92%, I need to talk to y'all for a second. Okay? I need to talk to y'all for a second. 92%, come here. Come here. I need to talk to y'all for a second. This damn camera. I know we said we were on a break. And I told y'all that I would pop my head out in 2 years for the midterm elections. But I need y'all right now. I need y'all's attention. I need y'all right here. Listen. There are a couple of special elections that are coming up. I think 2 of them are in the state of Florida. We need to show up. For my people that live in Florida, this one, Florida District 1, there's a guy running for that seat by the name of Gay, G-A-Y, I know, Valamont. Okay, that is, I believe that is the Democrat running for that position. Y'all, we need to show up. If you live in an area where they're having these special elections, I need you to come off a hiatus to vote, and I need you to go back on hiatus. Because even though it's a long shot, but we have a chance to flip to get the majority. And if we can get the majority back, it could help. It could help. She's a female candidate. Thank you. She's the female candidate. Y'all, I do. Listen, I ain't saying come back full time. I'm saying show up, vote, go to hell home. Okay? Show up, vote, go to hell home. As I'll get more information on the rest of these special elections. Like I said, I'm not asking y'all to campaign for nobody. I ain't asking y'all to make no phone calls. I ain't asking y'all to donate no money. I ain't asking y'all to do none of that. I mean, do what you feel comfortable doing. But we do need to vote, y'all. We do. We do need to vote. So if you are in an area where there's a special election taking place, we need y'all to vote. So Gay Valamont, who is a woman, my apologies, I thought it was a man. We need to show up, you guys. If you are down in the Florida 1st District, and I'll get the rest of the information. It's another one in Florida as well. So yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. This, much like El Teddy has Larry to usher you guys in when he's getting ready to move into his ABC section. This is what Josh Will. Thank you Thank you, lovely true. Josh Will. That's the other special election. Yeah. What district is that, lovely true? So from now on, I'm sorry, Sugar Spike segment. So from now on, before we do Politricks, this is going to be the intro into Politricks. I need to upload this clip and play it. But I need y'all to hear, this is the energy that I'm going to have for my Politricks. And matter of fact, I'm about to make this an emoji. This is my energy. Y'all ready for it?
I'm not at the gate anymore.
You know, what would you have us do?
I would actually, you know what? I just like you to show that you give a damn, that you got a little emotion about the fact that people are losing their jobs indiscriminately. That this individual sitting down the 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue has given absolute power to one man who brings his son into the Oval Office, whose son says to him, "You're not the president. You shouldn't be in that chair." Now, where did he get that from? He got it from his daddy, because that's what his daddy thinks of the man who brought him into the Oval Office. So I just like to see somebody wake the hell up and get excited about the fact that your country is under assault. They're not at the gate anymore. They're in your bedrooms. They're in your living rooms. They're in your businesses. They got your data, dumbass. They got all your stuff. Elon Musk has his tentacles in everything you're doing, not just off of X, but now he's in the Treasury Department. He's in the Labor Department. He's in the Department of Homeland Security. And nobody seems to give a damn. So that's all I want, somebody to show that they care enough to get off their fat ass and say something about it.
What would you? That was Michael Steele. And I never in my life thought that I would say the Democrats need to listen to Michael Steele. But that was Michael Steele yesterday morning. And I knew Michael Steele was on one because I was listening to his podcast yesterday morning, and he was on one on his podcast. Now, he dialed that down because he was actually on MSNBC. But on his podcast yesterday morning, he was cussing and everything else. So I knew he was on one. Yes, former RNC chairman. Okay? Yes, that is the Michael Steele. That is who that was. Okay? And Michael, the lady, she said, well, what is it that you would like for... I would like for you to act like you give a damn. Yes, that is the Michael Steele from the Republican. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying, y'all. That's my... Hold on, let me show it to y'all. Let me let y'all see it. Hold on.
You have us do.
I would actually, you know what? I just like you to show that you give a damn, that you got a little emotion about the fact that people are losing their jobs indiscriminately. That this individual sitting down the 1600.
You saw how y'all saw how he paused when he said this. So how he had to pause because he was getting ready to say something. He had to remember he was on MSNBC. But if you want to hear the raw version, go listen to his podcast yesterday morning. Because, baby, he was on fire. And he was dropping bombs. Okay? You know, listen. Michael Steele has actually jumped shark a while ago. He was definitely on board with the whole Tea Party movement, but he was off the Trump train the last time around. Hold on, y'all. He called out Joe and Mika a couple of weeks ago, and I don't think he's been back on Morning Joe since then. I don't know. Why didn't they see that when the Tea Party was running wild during the Obama era? They supported it, and that's why they are here now. I don't know. I had to go back and find out when Michael Steele jumped, because Michael Steele jumped ship a while ago. Like Michael Steele, it was gradual though. But Michael Steele, again, he's one of those like the Anna Navarros of the world. He's a Republican. Like he's a real Republican. He's not a Trumper, and those are different. Those are two different people. You know what I mean? Those are people with two different ideologies. That's like Anna Navarro. Anna Navarro was a staunch Republican. I mean, I used to listen to Anna Navarro debate, and she was just as fiery and defending the Republican Party and defending her people. She was staunch. You know what I'm saying? But she jumped ship too. She was like, yo, I'm not with Trump. Like, I'm not with this. So there were a lot of Republicans who jumped ship, which is why we're kind of stuck with these extreme, because a lot of the you know, I won't say regular Republicans, but you know, a lot of the regular Republicans, they left. They were like, this shit's crazy. Yeah, I saw this clip of Jeb Bush calling his mama out. Have y'all seen that clip of Jeb Bush calling his mama out? Hold on. Let me find this one. This one was funny too. When Jeb Bush called his mama out. Hold on. Here it is right here. This right here is funny. Yeah, first I said Jeb Bush.
I mean, I don't think a president would ever have shouted profanities in a speech in front of thousands of people with kids in the crowd. Who did that?
Mrs. Bush.
I mean, I don't think a president would ever have shouted profanities in a speech in front of thousands of people with kids in the crowd. Who did that? Your buddy. He does it all.
Like your buddy. The look on her face was like, my buddy who? And for some people, again, it goes back to the fire being hot and you getting burned, right? Look at the Chris Christies of it all. Chris Christie was kissing the ring. Remember, he was kissing the ring because he wanted a job, and then he realized it wasn't worth it. And he's been a very big person speaking out against Trump. I mean, he's been anti-Trump for a minute as well, but he didn't start off that way. So, look. Oh, let's be clear. The ones that were ahead of the curve, like the Anna Navarros of the world, yeah. The ones that waited until after they got burnt, like the Chris Christies of the world, yeah, screw you. Because you were defending him. You were out here kissing the ring and defending him until he screwed you. And then once he screwed you, then all of a sudden, oh, yeah, no, he's terrible. Oh, Trump this and Trump that. Oh, nah. You didn't have no issues with Trump before, though. Now it's a problem? Yeah, we good. You know? But let me just give y'all a couple. I have a couple of this is an example of just what we're dealing with, you guys, with the ignorance of what we're dealing with. And that's why, like, I don't even have the energy to argue with these people, y'all. I just do not. I just don't. I don't have the energy to argue with these people. Linda McMahon, at her confirmation hearing for Department of Education Secretary, said, DEI was meant for diversity and inclusion, but is producing segregation instead. When there's DEI programs that say Black students need separate graduation ceremonies, we're not achieving what we wanted to achieve with inclusion. See, we have got to stop letting people throw that shit out without any context to it. I need to know what you're talking about. What DEI program created a situation where Black students had a separate graduation from white students? She even went on to say Latino students. So I need to know what DEI program, see what I'm saying? What DEI program had a separate graduation for Black students, white students, Latino students in the same school? I need to know where that happened. I need to know where that happened. And I need to know what program that was under. Who paid for that? Why did it happen? What did it look like? I need to know. Because again, we're just letting them throw this stuff out without any context. Some colleges have separate graduations for Blacks and Hispanics, but it's not under DEI. That's what I'm saying. I need to know what program that's under. What is the context behind Black kids, white kids, Latino kids having separate graduations in the same school? I'm sure things like that exist. We have a country full of hundreds of thousands of schools. I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't happen, but what I need to know is how is that connected to DEI? Was it a DEI program? Like, I need to know, because her throwing that out there now, now that's the headline, right? That's the headline. And now what? She's talking about that Harvard graduation celebration and tying it to DEI, mixing truths. I don't even know what she's talking about, Bat. What Harvard? I don't even know what Harvard program she's talking about. Yeah, so anyway, again, just throwing stuff out. Here's one for y'all. Trump signs executive order to block federal money for schools and universities with COVID vaccine mandates. But studies show no states currently require COVID vaccines for K through 12, and only 15 out of more than 1,200 colleges require it. So let me read that one more time. Trump signed an executive order to block federal money for schools and universities with COVID vaccine mandates. But studies show no states currently require a vaccine for K through 12, the COVID vaccine, and only 15 out of more than 1,200 colleges require it. So we needed an executive order for that. Georgia is now dealing with they have now entered into the FAFO phase. Governor Brian Kemp asked for an extension to continue to receive Hurricane Helen relief for Georgia's local governments. President Dumpy Pants told him no. After Brian Kemp supported Trump in 2024 and said it was a business decision. Well, I guess that was bad business because you didn't get a return on that investment. Didn't get a return on that investment, did you, Governor? So now you have parts of your state still being affected by this hurricane, and they need these FEMA funds. They need this money that they were getting that has now been cut off. And you ask the president, hook a brother up. I voted for you. I supported you. And they said no. Well, Target lost $15.7 billion since it ended its DEI initiatives. So those of you, or us, I should say, that have made a conscious effort to not shop at Target, they seem to be feeling a little pain. Most companies cannot continue to absorb that level of loss on an ongoing basis. $15.7 billion in a month, that's a lot of loss. That is a lot of loss. McDonald's has also registered a loss for the first time in I don't know how many years. Last month, they recorded their first loss because people are not shopping at McDonald's. Well, I say shopping. Or, again, people think that these things don't matter, but they do. They do. Your little $20, $30 at Target adds up when it's 1 million people that's not spending their $20, $30 at Target. You see what I'm saying? The largest pension fund in Europe sold all of its Tesla stock and advises other firms to divest from Elon Musk companies. Elon Musk is also hurting. Tesla has also been hurting. I don't know if you guys saw it. Sheryl Crow sold her Tesla, and she is going to donate the money that she made off the sale of her Tesla to NPR, which, of course, Elon Musk wants to defund NPR. If we can get about, 1,000 more notable people, maybe not even so much notable people, selling their Teslas, making a show of it. Because, we are in the world of show me, right? People say, oh, does everything have to be on the internet? No, it doesn't, but that's what we do these days. We put everything on the internet. That's what we do these days. We put it on the internet. So if 1,000 more celebrities post a video of them selling their Tesla, no, actually Teslas have a very good resale value. Well, at least they did. I have friends who've had Teslas, who've sold Teslas and bought Teslas. They actually do have a really good resale. Well, they, like I said, or at least they did. I don't know what they are now. And I truly miss those nuggets and fries with all the grease. Right. People do follow celebrities. I mean, Levi's clocked their first profit, and they had their biggest profit this year in like 15 years because of who? Beyonce. I mean, that is why people pay celebrities all the money that they pay celebrities to endorse these products, because consumers do pay attention. Now, maybe you don't, when I say you, I mean in general, maybe you're not swayed by what jean your favorite celebrity wears, but look at the jeans that Kendrick Lamar wore at the Super Bowl. They sold out. Those were $1,200 jeans. They sold out. People do pay attention to those things. If they didn't, we wouldn't be spending money on celebrity endorsements. Oh wow! People around my city are selling their cars. There have been people vandalizing them and putting stickers. Yeah, I have seen where they've been putting stickers on the Teslas. I have seen that. Now let me give y'all this dumb stuff right here. So hold on, let me go. I want to I want to take you back to the beginning. Hold on. Let me get the whole thing because I want y'all to hear the beginning. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Here it is right here. I just put the speaker up too. I want y'all to hear this from the beginning, and then because this is what we're dealing with, you guys. When you just hear the idiocracy, and yes, I said idiocracy. The idiocracy of what we're dealing with is why I just choose to not engage with Trump supporters. I just can't. So I'm gonna let y'all hear this. So this starts with Representative Betty McCollum accuses Trump and Musk of canceling scholarships for future special education teachers. Now I'm gonna let y'all hear what the lady had to say. This is Representative Betty McCollum.
Well, we all know that right here in St. Paul, the University of St. Thomas had its special education teacher grants eliminated. Elon Musk just wiped them out. Why did he do that? Well, because they're saying it's DEI, it's a waste of money. What does DEI stand for? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Since 1975, the United States and here in Minnesota, we made a decision that we would include every student in an opportunity to get a first-class education. Whether you're blind, hard of hearing, dyslexia, you know the range of disabilities many of our children in our community face. That's what Elon Musk cut. Know that I am angry about it, and I am going to fight what Doge is doing every step of the way. So thank you for being there with me. And well, we all know.
Okay. So I don't know if y'all really were paying it, if y'all heard her, but this woman said on at least twice in her little speech, she mentioned Minnesota twice. First, she said in St. Paul, the University of St. Thomas. She said in St. Paul. She's the representative from Minnesota. She mentioned Minnesota at least twice. Let me read to you what a woman by the name of Linda J. Horn. Now she's verified on Instagram, which we know doesn't mean anything. Being verified could mean you paid to be verified. So I don't know. Okay. I don't know who this woman is. But Linda J. Horn said the following. St. Thomas? Is that a part of the USA? I think not. Let's get this clear. We, the people of these United States, are the owners of this country. We have no choice. Our taxes are taken from our paycheck. So we get a say in where that money goes. We don't want our money going to pay scholarships for people not the country. I'm reading y'all exactly what she wrote. Not the country. So cry me a river. What you said here is a lie. Get this through your thick skull. We voted for Trump because our politicians are corrupt. We are dismantling your phony causes and taking our money and our country. You're done. Do you get it? No more American taxpayer is leaving our country to fund anything that doesn't benefit our country and its people. Donald Trump did not illegally do anything, you fools. Actually think you're going to stop him? So I'll tell you what, you run back to whoever is paying you to incite people and tell them we're coming for them. They have been doged. First of all, she's talking about the University of St. Thomas in St. Paul, Minnesota. That's number one. And that woman said that. The woman said where she was talking about in her little speech. That's number one. Number two, Linda. If she was talking about St. Thomas, part of the U.S. Virgin Islands, it would still be a part of the United States. Did you not know that? That St. Thomas belongs to us? It's called the U.S. Virgin Islands. The United States Virgin Islands. You don't need a passport to go to the Virgin Islands. You know why? Because it's part of the United States. So even if she was talking about the University of St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, it still would be ours. It still would be ours. But she wasn't even talking about there. She was talking about St. Paul, Minnesota, and the lady said it. She said it. Y'all, this is why I don't even be arguing with these people. That's why I don't even argue with these people. I don't be debating with these people. I don't engage. I can't. Because if that's what you... I was listening to it's this guy on TikTok, Isaiah. What's that boy's name? Is it Isaiah? I don't want to say Isaiah Washington, but I think that is his real name, is Isaiah Washington. But he posts these clips of him debating with Trump supporters.
You know why?
And he was debating with a Trump supporter. Hold on. Is it Isaiah Washington? Or is it Isaiah Johnson? It's a black name. Hold on. No, it's not Isaiah Washington. What's that boy's name? Damn it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Here it is right here. Here it is right here.
It was originally, it belonged to the United States.
This is it right here. I actually went to the exact one. His name is Isaiah Martin. Isaiah Martin is his name. But I want y'all to hear this. Now, this is a real Trump supporter. They're debating about Trump trying to take the Panama Canal. I need y'all to hear what this man says. This is him. This is a real debate. This is really what this man said.
States.
But it's not.
Panama was originally, it belonged to the United States.
But it's not.
It is, though.
Oh, so does France have a claim over New Orleans?
No.
Does the Dutch have a claim over New York?
That's a bad analogy.
Why is that?
Because the United States is a complete own country.
But so is Panama.
Okay, the United States built the Panama Canal.
The British built the port of Boston. That was only a port.
But again,
so it's not like they segmented anything. That port belongs to the United States of America. The same thing with the port of New Orleans. The same thing with New York City. The reality is that port is under the control of the nation of Panama. It is not in our possession. It does not belong to us.
You still are avoiding answering my question. What is the Panama Canal made of? Do you even know?
It's a canal.
It's a canal. And what is New York?
New York City is a city. New York State is a state.
New York is a state there is no New York State. It's New York. And
Bro, did you just say there's no New York State? Did you just say there's no New York State?
New York City.
Yo! George Bush, this is your fault.
Panama, what?
Forget, before we even get to the part about New York being a state, before we even get there, he really thought that because the United States built the Panama Canal, that means that Donald Trump has a right to go in and claim it again. That's not how that works. That's not how any of that works. I just, this is why I can't engage. Like, if this is who y'all are sending out to debate, I can't engage. Y'all, with that being said, we're going to get out of here. I just wanted to come down and say hi to the people, talk to y'all a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to chill for about another 2 hours, and then I'm going to go lay down. Like I said, right now I got energy, but I don't want to overdo it. I may or may not watch the reunion tonight. If I watch it and I want to, I don't want to play it again because it's got that, it's got Khalees, and I don't want to play it again. But you live in Brooklyn, Dutch. I don't want to watch it because then I don't want to watch it and want to have to talk and want to feel like talking about it. So, but if I do decide to do a live, I'm gonna try to do Married to Medicine tomorrow, early tomorrow. No, Tracy, you want me to watch that Scammer show? I'm not. I'm probably not gonna watch it. Tracy just want me to come down here and act a fool over Bishop Whitehead. So, but watch it on Peacock tomorrow. What, the reunion? Yeah, you know what? The Peacock version might actually be better. The one episode on Bishop Whitehead. Which episode you want me to watch? Anyway, moving right along. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace. Tracy just want to cut up about Bishop Whitehead. I'm not doing this with her.